Good day and welcome to the Dispatch, a voice of reason in an increasingly unreasonable world. I'm Tom Gandley. Let's open the Dispatch and see what we've got. In Los Angeles, the Unified School District has decided to drop 133 police from their payroll. The parents' outcry over more unsafe conditions in the county school district fell on deaf ears as the school board caved to the overly vocal leftist mob of students and Black Lives Matter activists which have been calling for this for months. The proposal, $25 million, also included $11.5 million to be added together to create a Black Student Achievement Fund. 211 officers will remain in the LA schools to placate the loss of cops from the most dangerous schools in the district. There will be wait till you hear this, climate coaches injected into the district's secondary schools. In a likely career-ending injury, Tiger Woods, the 15-time major tournament winner, suffered severe damage to his right leg in an auto rollover accident Tuesday evening in Palos Verdes, California. In the one-car mishap, Woods was the only one injured, and the stretch of suburban California road is considered dangerous even when operating under extreme caution. Woods' right leg suffered a compound fracture below the knee, and his shin bones were broken above the ankle as well as below the knee in multiple places. Steel rods and pins were needed in resetting the bones, and the fascia, or membrane surrounding his calf muscle, had to be opened to accommodate the swelling. Woods was conscious all through the ordeal as he was extracted from his vehicle. According to the LA County Sheriff, Alex Villanueva, excessive speed for the road conditions was the likely cause of the accident. Say, if you're an American man in a position of authority and find yourself confronted by an amorous Chinese national hottie from out of the blue, be careful. The Chinese government has placed many attractive females in other countries, particularly in the U.S., in order to hopefully garner sensitive info from love-struck men in positions of high responsibility in government, the military, and technology. The term honey trap refers to the method of striking up friendships of an intimate nature with vulnerable men, then leading them on. The trap occurs when, after the man realizes what he's been involved with, and then is either blackmailed by the foreign espionage operative or too embarrassed to go to authorities. We all know that Representative Swalwell, the California Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, allowed himself to be suckered into such a fling he still refuses to talk about. But even a top U.S. Defense Intelligence spy catcher almost got caught up in the same thing. The unnamed officer said she never got any info from him, and he immediately notified his superiors and federal investigators. That woman was not Chinese, but was of an Eastern European descent. Spies, after all, come in many varieties. In another mind-blowing development, and if you're planning on joining the Chinese Red Army anytime soon, you might want to reconsider. A new item in their inventory for the common soldier is a helmet equipped with a digital camera, kind of like a body camera, a GPS tracker, and direct commo back to HQ. This all sounds very state-of-the-art and great for command and control over long distances, but one other feature of this new helmet is the vague and unexplained ability for it to self-destruct by the soldier wearing it if he feels he's too wounded to continue the fight and fears getting captured. Even creepier and more nerve-wracking for the average Chinese grunt is the item can be destroyed remotely by commanders back at HQ. No comment has been made as to how much explosive has been placed in the new helmet, but it must be enough to crush a skull. I'm not sure how Chinese R&D tested the effectiveness of these for real-life usage, but it gives new meaning to the old G.I. Joe term, brain bucket. And lastly, more free speech and First Amendment hatred from the Gestapocrats. House leftists have been pressuring television carriers to deplatform Fox News, One American Network, and the fast-growing Newsmax. All three are conservative stations, so it should be clear why the socialists can't stand them being where they are in American television. Using the bloated excuses of COVID-19 misinformation and the trumped-up issue of the January 6th affair at the Capitol building, two Democrats selectively targeted the right-wing stations to silence the opposition and drive dissent against these leftists into the shadows. According to the Epoch Times, FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr claims 2 Democrats sent letters out questioning 12 cable, satellite, and streaming companies on their, quote, moral calculus for supporting these news agencies. According to Carr, this action flies in the face and is repugnant to the fundamental and bedrock principles of free speech. These Democrats, Jerry McEnany of California and Ann Eschew, also of California, did not respond to inquiries concerning their actions from the Epoch Times or anyone else, it appears. Brendan Carr said rightly that this is, quote, a chilling transgression of the free speech rights that every media outlet in the U.S. enjoys. Truer words were never spoken. And on that note, I'm Tom Gandley. This has been The Dispatch. Thank you for listening.